Bears and your Blackhawks.
That's all I've got to say.
The Cubs,
I grew up during the Michael Jordan Bulls too, so I expect champions to come out of Chicago.
But not from the Cubs, though. This is something special that you'll never be seeing. And last night they definitely had a lot of flex plays, kind of like flex plays.
Very nice. Very well done. Okay, now we've got our jacket. It's our commemorative choice.
This is it.
We've got our canvas and we've got our fleece. Now both the Big O and I, we are wearing the canvas jacket. It's $169.95. It's available in sizes small through XXL. And then we also have a fleece design. Now I have to point one thing out about the fleece, because you're going to see this on your screen. This is an incorrect sample. Now I myself looked at this and went, we didn't win in 07
right?
and 08. We actually did. It was just 1907 and 1908. So the one you're going to get shipped to you today has been corrected. The sleeve will look like this sleeve. 1907, 1908, and 2016, 108 years later. Now we've got the fleece design for you that's pocketed, that's warm and soft and cozy. We've got the collectible canvas as well with the snap closure that you're seeing on your screen right now. And I also want to let you know, you're going to see an item number at the bottom of your screen. We stock this in plus sizes. If you want 3X through 5X, we do have those in stock for you today. The item number is at the bottom of your screen in both the canvas design and in the fleece design. You know, if you're worried about the weather, if you're worried about the cold and the wet, I'd go for the fleece. If you're a true collector, obviously that canvas, that varsity style jacket is a true collectible in the industry. And officially it says it 3 times. It took us 109 years to do it.
I mean, you know, it only took us 108 years in between there, but the reality is, again, the X's and O's was incredible. It was a beautifully played game, and this is something that I think, you know, transcends even Chicago. It's really Americana. The Cubs go back, you know, over a century. Baseball is as American pastime as you can get, and I think in this week it was one of the best, you know, feel-good stories in sports in decades.
Well, listen,
so you want to, you know, be a part of it.
Wrigley Field is like a national monument.
It is.
You know, it's one of the only originals still standing.
Correct.
The Cubs have been waiting over 100 years to try to, they haven't been waiting, they've been fighting as hard as they can to try to make this happen. And that game last night
was majestic.
It's one of those games that they'll be quoting in movies 100 years from now.
No, I think they will end up probably making a movie out of this. I mean, the whole series and the whole thing of how it developed and how this game came about and how the win came about. I think a lot of people are going to want to have a piece of this. You know how people say, I was at the game, but the reality is only like 50,000 were really at the game. You can feel a piece of this.
Now, in terms of the actual design of the jacket, I do want you to see, because this is real history in the making right here. You see the emblem and the logo, the patch from the 1907 World Series when they won. You journey up to their back-to-back win to the 1908 World Series patch, and then, of course, the one that officially became the real deal last night, your World Series 2016 champions. Now that's the one sleeve of the canvas. On the other sleeve, you'll get the year hits, the 1907, the 1908, and the brand new 2016. All of it on 5 flexible payments for today, and today only. I'll turn around so you get a chance to see the back of the jacket as well. And then here's the fleece design. So the fleece design will have the same hits for you on the arms. Of course, we're getting the years corrected on the other one. Don't look at our sample. And it's a very soft, it's a little bit of a thicker, heavier, kind of an homage to those freezing their Tootsies off in Chicago. Real fleece jacket for you today. And both designs, whether you want the fleece or you want the canvas, are available for you today for basically $1 a day. When they are gone, they're gone, of course. This is not something we'll be able to stock through the entire holiday season. And we have your plus sizes available. In both the canvas and in the fleece, item number is at the bottom of your screen for 3X through 5X. And then don't forget about those hats too, because the hat is just that no-brainer, easy to gift, easy to collect, easy to commemorate item that's under $25 and now down to only about 600-700 of those to go around.
And Brett, I'm 6'4", 250, and this is the large, and it's actually, I mean, okay with me. So I think they give a lot of room in these jackets. They're wonderful, and they feel wonderful. I almost feel a part of this championship. I wish I had. I played in the big leagues, but this has got to be something special that you want to really be feel like you kind of share.
You know, I got to say, as somebody who grew up on the north side of Chicago, my Facebook feed is nothing but proud. People are talking about how they're crying. They were all stressed out yesterday. They're all late for work today. But I'll tell you, it's a nice change of pace from the
beautiful
political trash that's on our Facebook feeds most other days. So celebrate with us today. We worked tooth and nail from 1 o'clock in the morning last night till this very moment to make this happen for all of you fans that have